Hello. Righto, is anyone around yet? No one yet. Hey buddy, how are you, mate? I'm here poking around at the workshop, cleaning up some seats. I just cleaned up some carpet for the Formula. That'll be in the one of the next videos coming up. And I've done a bit on the seats too. Hey Andy, how are you, buddy? I'm just here at the workshop by myself. I'm a bit bored, so I thought I'd include you guys. And yeah, see all the seats there that I've tidied up too. There's a bit of a video I'm doing at the moment on them, but yeah, there's another one coming up too. You just haven't seen this other car. I'll show you. I've got another. Here's the SS. She's on daily duties at the moment. Have you ever come across any? No 86s, buddy, mate. Very, very rare, especially out my way. I don't know if you guys saw the Brumby video, okay, but I got this one last weekend and it's awesome. Motor's shot though, but yeah, so you'll see the videos coming up. It's been a bit of a Subaru week with lift kits and stuff. G'day William, how are you, buddy? A86, g'day mate. Yeah, she's a bit grubby at the moment. G'day Big Mac, how are you, buddy? She's a bit grubby at the moment, but I was going to register it, but I got no money, so she's on the trade plate, but I've got to put some trans fluid in it. I mean, yeah, LS swapped the Brumby. It's going to get a supercharger, I think, at this point, but we're not sure. I'm going to concentrate now on Formula needs an SS spoiler. I sort of agree, coming up in a video though, you've got me sidetracked now. Hang on a sec, I'll show you what I found for the Formula. You're sick, are you, buddy? I'm crook as well. I've been crook all week, driving me around the twist, but I've got to go to work. Found this spoiler here on, where can you see her? That one. So it's not an SS one, it's more a Club Sport one, but it's got the sides a bit like the SS one. It's a bit bigger. I don't know if it's going to fit yet because it's on a VS, but you got to remember that bonnet I've got on it. Brother had a Formula with an Eco. Yeah, it would have been a later model one, but yeah. How's it going, mate? Watching from New Zealand. Good to have you on board from New Zealand, buddy. Yeah, yeah, so that might match up, but that'll be in a future video. You're sort of getting half a preview because a lot of this stuff's in videos I was supposed to edit for the last 2 days, but being crook. No motor change in the Formula, no. We'll put the turbo on it. Yeah, my throat's about the same, dude. She's been terrible. All right. Whoop, I don't know what happened then. All right, so I'll show you what I'm up to here today to try and get these big wheels fitting on the Brumby. So, yeah, I've sort of had a bit of a Brumby week. So I don't know if you can see up here on the stand. See that? That one's got a lift kit in it, right? And I'm trying to get these big wheels to fit, right? Yeah, so it's got a lift kit in it, and I'm going to try and drop down that suspension now and put another inch in it, which hopefully will give me enough clearance to fit those big ones. So yeah, how's it going, mate? Would be awesome to see you build a Falcon of some sort. I'll show you just here, mate. I've got a Fairlane here, and there's a Falcon that's getting done soon as well. Yeah, the Brumby definitely 100%, mate. Will be registered. Yep, that's why I'm going through the process to do it properly. So anything I build always has the intention to be able to be registered. I don't really have the money to waste on stuff that can't be registered. There is a drift car thing coming up, but generally everything will be registered. I've got this Fairlane here. Can you see that one, buddy? So 68 Fairlane. She's pretty tidy. And I've got a 460 big block in on a stand in there for that Fairlane. So there's a Ford that will be coming up. Do we do up a VP yet? No, I've never had a VP, sorry buddy, but who knows what's going to come up. I'd like to get an SS. I've got this BA XR6 in the lineup. That's one of the, like, we clean up cars here to sell. So it come in with an ECU issue. We'll fix the ECU issue. There's still a issue with the ABS. The ABS light keeps coming on, but we're going to do a bit of paint on that and wheels. The interior it's still tidy, but it'll be one to sell. Tirana stuff. The only Tirana stuff I've got some. I think I've got a dash at home and a fascia, but I've got a HB Tirana that in about 2 or 3 weeks, as soon as I haven't shown you the Bedford. What do you think of a VN Interceptor ex-police car? I could tell you a story about a VN Interceptor from years ago. It was still a police car when it got taken, but anyway, that's another story. I've got my Bedford there. Once the motor goes in that, I've got a HB Tirana. We're going to build a 4-wheel drive one, and we're going to go to Fraser Island, and it's up to Hervey Bay in Queensland on the ferry across to Fraser Island and go and do some beach runs. When that comes up, I'll give you a heap of notice, and I'll invite all subscribers and stuff if you just want to come 4-wheel driving. So the Brumby will be going by then, and we'll have the 4-wheel drive Tirana, and we'll make a bit of a mission of a big Fraser Island mission. Why did I walk back down here? To show you the Fords, but there you go. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit all over the place, guys. I wasn't actually intending on doing a live, but I was a bit bored, and a mate just left, and yeah, but anyway, no harm on giving you a bit of a catch-up, is there? Things seem to have been going well. Had a red VN S-Pack factory 5-speed. I had a mate that had a red one not long ago. Did you ever have an LJ, what was that? XU1, mate? Letho did. Leith's first car was a LJ. It was a mock-up, but a 2-door red XU1 Tirana. I can still remember the first day we picked it up. We were only 13 or something, and I couldn't even drive, but we're driving an unregistered down in Geelong, and I've gone to do a burnout from the guy's house, but I didn't even know how to do a burnout, and the revs come up. As soon as the revs went down, I dropped the clutch and stalled the car. But anyway, can't win them all, eh? I'm just going to have a look up here on this Brumby to see what I've got to do to get this extra inch in the suspension to see if we can get some clearance for these big wheels. Yeah, so it's got the spacer in here already. So if I reckon if I undo these ones here, that'll drop down and be able to get me 25 mil in. That's just going to fall, isn't it? Might go find a bit of rope or a strap or something so I can rope it up and drop it down. And yeah, anyway. Should never have sold my EF. I got a AU 5-speed in the other day, an XR6 one. The bar's on the ground over there. I don't know if you can see it against the wall. Where is it? See here? There's an XR6 front bar coming the other day. What do you do with all the cars sitting around? What do I do with all the cars sitting around? Parts for sale. Yeah, a lot of the cars are my cars, but I actually run a wrecking yard. I have a wrecking yard and a towing business in Western Queensland. So I'm 2.5 hours west of Brisbane. Kingatow, I just do towing. I go to Brisbane a lot doing tows. I used to go up north a lot, but I actually run a wrecking yard out here. We have an engine shop as well, so we do cylinder head machining and all that sort of stuff. A lot of the stuff, like if you can see behind me here, if I don't fall off this, stuff out here, well, that Honda thing, that's a van. We're going to fix the motor to sell it. That HR's mine. That HD is a good one. It's got good interior and that. Just got to do a bit of rust. The other one there, that's a Brumby. That's part of this stuff that we're doing at the moment for the channel. I've got that Mazda there, that 808, that Ute there. Oh, I'll show you my Ute. You haven't seen this Ute. HR Ute Cooper. Yes, I've got a HR Ute at home. I've just had the rust done. There's another one there. Leith wants me to do something, and I keep getting asked for Ford stuff, but I could probably do a turbo Barra in a HR Ute with the Ford front. So we'll run like a big 3-piece wheel with flares because the track will be wider. So make some sort of a, I don't know, just a thought. That's a bit of a pipe dream, that one, but yeah. Do I have any Sandmans? No. No panel vans at all. Just, I've got a few older HJ Utes and stuff hanging around, but no panel vans as such at this stage, sorry. Do you do your own machining? Do you employ anyone? Leith, who you see from time to time, he worked for me 20 years ago at an engineering workshop, engine reconditioning shop I had on the Gold Coast. We've been mates since high school. So since we were 13 years old, we've been mates. He worked for me down there, and then I moved out west, and he's been a machinist for 22 years. So he does all the machining and that sort of stuff here. We don't do a lot of machining out here. I've never advertised for it. I don't even advertise for the parts, to be completely honest. But yeah, he runs the engine side of things. We work for most of the dealers out here, the car yards and stuff, and do machining of manifolds and cylinder heads and stuff. He built an engine the other day for a fella for a 54 Nash. I think there's some photos. I put some photos. I've started to do Instagram. I don't really do this computer stuff much. As you can see, I'm struggling even to use my phone right now. Does the VN have a stroker in it? No, mate. I put in a video. A guy told me he built the car and that it had an early model 308 in it, but it's not. It's got a 304 in it. We checked the numbers in that the other day. So I don't know. Yeah, it's got roller rockers and a bit of head work, but that's about it. Yeah. You have a red XU1 mock-up. Awesome, dude. Letho will be your best mate. He loves those early Tiranas. What was my first car? My first car was a HZ Holden, and it was like a Monaro replica. Super low, bug catcher, center lines. Mate, this thing was immaculate. I'll do a video, right? I've got all the photos. That got built when I was at high school still, so I would have been 14 years old, I think, when I got that car. But I'll do a whole video on my first car. And I wouldn't mind to, because you guys, it's good you're telling me what you're building now, but I've got so many stories of when I was younger, and I love that HZ Holden. It ended up with a 9-inch in it and a turbo 400, but still had a 253, and it always intended on a Chev. But what Nash was it? It's like a 54 Nash. You know that American Pickers out the front of their shed? It's got that thing. If you have a look, I think my Instagram's Kingatow. I don't actually know what it is. I'll get on top of my Instagram, but I did post a picture, and there is some video of the Nash that I'll add into one of the videos coming up. There's a heap of towing stuff that I've done, but it's hard to put a video together with half a story and say, right, I'm going to go do a tow now, and we'll be back to this car so I can show you. I'm trying to get it together. Hang on, I'll just jump off this ladder. Hang on. But yeah, I don't know if you guys would be keen to do something like that. My first car. So you send me in a picture, because you'll only have a picture of your first car. Send me in a picture and maybe a funny story or something like that. I don't know how I'm going to set it up yet, but we'll once a week or something, on a Friday or something, we'll do my first car. So I'll pick, one, and yeah, and then I'll show the car and, get you guys involved, because I know I love my first car, and you never forget your first car. So what do you reckon? What do you reckon? Do you want to play my first car? Smoke the Jag. I will do. The auto in that Jag, mate, was just honestly a 2-speed glide that was in a paddock, and I shoved it in to get it going. There are a couple of Saabs here, buddy. There's a convertible one out the front. There was 3 here, but I know there is still a convertible one there. I'll walk out the front there and have a look. But yeah, the Jag's here. I went to drive her home last night, and it spewed out transmission fluid on me, so I ended up taking the SS. Hard done by, eh? Yeah. Oh, poor me, had to take the SS home. But anyway, have a look at this ute. She's sitting there a bit sad, but I love this little thing. I'm going to the summer nats and spring nats. I'm going in a VN Commodore skid car. Mad. That SS of mine, the guy actually built that to be a skid car, believe it or not. You wouldn't believe that someone these days would do a Bluebird. I'm happy to do just about any car, mate. If it comes through this yard and it's not rusty and it's pretty cool and it's not going to cost money, mate, I'm keen. I'm keen to build anything, but it comes down to money. It's like with this Formula, guys want me to retrim that SS interior. It's going to cost thousands to do that, and I'm just as poor as everyone else. But I've got that other interior, and I had a play today. You actually liked what I've done with the leather to try and bring it up a bit better. It's very hard to get insurance and qualifications for running a towing company. Wrecking yard is absolutely impossible to get insurance. Towing, not so much. You can get insurance for that. I've got a pretty good driving history, and I've been driving a long time, so yeah, that's not too bad. But getting insurance for the trailer hire that I'm going into is easy, but wrecking yard, impossible. No one will insure you for a wrecking yard. This thing, my little courier. Who's that? Wants to send you a message. Yeah, can you see that beast there? She's an absolute animal. We put a turbo on it a while back. You see her? See, we put a turbo on it. She's got a front mount. Yeah, she's just a beast with the flares. You see the flares on it? Big wide wheels. Got some SAS seats in it. And that's the side pipe. See the side pipe? yeah, I'm gonna try and get that out this week and drive her home. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the videos seem to be going well. You guys seem to be enjoying them, which is good. So I'll just keep on doing what I can, and yeah, hopefully make some money out of it one day. That'd be different, wouldn't it? Rather than just wasting money all the time. But early days, isn't it? It's early days. Yeah, I love that little ute, man. She's a beast. Like, that thing didn't have any rust in it, and it was awesome. And I couldn't get $300 or $400 for it. Little diesel, ran and drove. And then once I lowered it, put the flares and that on it before it was even painted, sit it out the front of the workshop, and I'd have 5 people a day screaming to buy it. But it's like, mate, I just done all this work to it. I love it, you know. But yeah, just trying to find a socket so I can. I'd like to at least today get that front end. Get those wheels to suit. It'll be cool to build an E-Series Falcon 2, a single cam. We will do a Falcon. I don't know what yet. I'm going to do my Fairlane. That's pretty high on the agenda because I've already got the big block for it. I've got the pipes. I've got a sump. That'll just be a carbureted animal, basically. Aluminium heads, big cam, just a beast, you know. But as for a Falcon at this stage, I know where there's an XY Falcon. But it's pretty rusty. I don't know if I want to get too far into another rust job at the moment. Would you, here we go, here's one for sale for someone to build. See up on the top there, see this marquee? Can you see that? It's not that rusty, it's got electric windows. Supposedly, that thing was Bob Hawke's car or some rubbish, so I got told, but I get told a lot of lies. But yeah, $1,500 if someone wants a big Ford marquee. Comes with another set of guards and another nose cone. Got a little bit of rust, but it's not too bad. There's no motor in it, but VL Calais. When I built my first Calais, which was my VN Calais, I tried to get a VL Calais, but I couldn't buy one. That was years ago now. An XB Falcon Mad Max build. Getting one is the problem, mate. Like, it's finding a good XB Falcon. They're all so rusty, you know. And that's not me paying out on Falcons or anything like that. That's just the reality of the world. That this Falcon, it's just, yeah. But yeah, I'm happy to build anything. Like, if it's not rusty and it's, you know, people are keen to see it, you know. And I'm not just here for 5 minutes. Like, I'm hoping to make this YouTube thing a my full-time gig, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll build everything. You can always set a Patreon account and subscribers can donate money. Yeah, YouTube doesn't pay like it used to. Yes, I can set up Patreon. It's early days though. And how do I put this? I really struggle taking things from people, taking money from people, but I realise I may have to accept that help from you guys at some stage. It's early days at the moment. And we'll see where this thing leads, because I'd hate to take money off someone and then it not continue. So before I take money off anyone, I want to make sure you're going to get good value. Yeah, I hope that makes sense to you. Yeah, but yeah. Can you show us the Saab? Yep, all right, I'll go for a walk out the front, buddy. I've just had a mate here then that's got some drones, so he's going to come and have a play one weekend, and we'll show you the yard from the top and go through all that stuff. I need a good camera. Yes, I do need a good camera, but I also need money to buy a good camera, as well as buy car parts, as well as I have my kids that live at home, plus my granddaughter lives with me. It costs a lot to be me. This is just my phone, and it's pretty average at the moment because I break that many of them doing what I do. The camera I do use isn't too bad, except for when I try and start a loud car up. Yeah. Do you have a VT body kit? Mate, there probably would be something here. I don't run the parts yard. I'm out in the truck all the time. To steady the footage. I don't know much about cameras, buddy. I'm sorry. I will learn about them over time. So if you can hang in there with me, I've only just learnt the editing software, and I'm starting to get there with that. I only just learned how to do my own thumbnails. I'm not bad on a spanner and car parts, and that I can play cars and build motors all day, every day. But computers and that, I'm getting there. So if you hang in there with me, I will progress and buy more gear and and things will get better. Like, there is a lot that I want to achieve with this YouTube thing, but as you know, it is a very expensive thing to do. There's a Saab there. Is that what you're talking about? There you go. Can you see it? What do you think of early mod? What's that? Do you own Kingatow? Yes, I own Kingatow. I started Kingatow. We'll hang up on him, mate. Sorry, Cedric. Yeah, yard is full of Magnas. Yeah, there's quite a few Magnas here, mate. Yep. Yeah, I started Kingatow probably 5 odd years ago. I was working for a mining company at the time, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and I mean 2 weeks off I'd do towing, and I had the guy that actually just tried to ring me just then, he drove for me while I was away at work, and yeah, I ended up coming home and doing the towing full time. I'll just try and clean this camera a bit. Is that any better? A little bit. I really think this channel can get pretty big if you keep up the builds. They are very different. Everyone else, and owning your own wrecking yard makes, yeah, owning my own wrecking yard makes me broke, to be honest, mate. But yeah, what I want to achieve, right, is young blokes that want to do cars but think they haven't got enough money. It's hard to get a job these days, you know, but I just want to show guys, like, with that formula, that, where is it? It's in the yard. With the formula, you don't need a heap of money. You can pull something out of a paddock, and if you're willing to do a little bit of work and clean some stuff, you know, you're cheering. You can have yourself a cool ride. Like, it doesn't have to be mint, and it shows them too that some of the weirder models of stuff, people still love them, you know. Just a quick question: have you got any VN mud flaps with the Holden emblem on them? Mate, what car was that? He was ripping them off yesterday. They're probably, mate, if you go on to, have you got, old mate that was looking for the VN mud flaps. Okay, I own Kingatow, the towing business, the wrecking yard, the engine shop, the whole lot. It is mine. I don't run the parts side of things. I'm only one person, okay, and I struggle to keep up with everything. So I have Leith that runs the workshop for me. So on Facebook, you'll find Kingatow, the towing page, and you'll see me with the tow truck and the cars, but there'll be Kingatow parts, okay, on Facebook. If you look up Kingatow parts, you'll get through to Leith, hit him up. He handles all the parts. He knows what comes and goes. He knows what's here all the time, what's not here, and he'll be able to help you out. He is a grumpy bugger because he gets harassed constantly day in, day out by people, but he means well, and just hang in there with him, and yeah, he'll help you out where he can. He's an extremely knowledgeable bloke with cars and everything, and the different makes and models and what works and what doesn't work. Try not to argue with him if he tells you something doesn't work. It's because it doesn't. But yeah, or you'll get the towing, the parts number is on that page that you can ring, or my number's on if you look up in Yellow Pages or Google Kingatow, my number will come up. Send me a message, mate, can you send me the parts yard number, and I'll send you through all the details. That's simple. Like, yeah, my number's all there. I'm not hiding from anyone. No, don't think that I'm any sort of special person. I'm just another dude that works, and same as you guys, really. But yeah, I'll read a few more of these. I really want to get that 25mm spacer under that. Christ, that sun's a fucking pain. What other cars do I have? Mate, it's endless. Bedford vans, what can I see here? Jags. Have you seen my TX3 turbos yet? I've wanted one of these for like 20 years. And when I was there, Leith got a Mazda Familia. Well, I gave that to him. He's a good bloke. Like, he helps me out a lot. Yeah, so a lot of the times I don't have a lot of money to pay him, but stuff comes in that he wants, so you sort of help him out. Do what you can. He's got the shit at the moment, and he's gone away because I gave him this Nissan Patrol, and he got it all going, and he put all the motor back together this week, and then he tried to get it going just then to drive it, and the radiator was rooted. Who's shooting near you, mate? Shooting? No one. I didn't hear any gunshots. It might be just me walking around. How many VN Commodores in your yard? VNs and VSs, probably 10 or 15, something like that. I don't know. I don't really keep track, to be honest, mate. All right, me TX3s. All right, so the black one, can you see it? Black one, Momo wheels and that, turbo all-wheel drive. That's not the model that I wanted though. This model here is the one I wanted, but it's got a sunroof. But this here is going to be a mad all-wheel drive build with big flares, like that green ute I showed you, with big 3-piece wheels and stuff. But this is a bit of a dog. She's a bit rusty, but this one's got awesome interior. Like, look at that. How nice is that? Yeah, she's sweet. But someone's pulled it apart. Am I in Australia or New Zealand? I'm in Australia, buddy. In Queensland, Australia, about 2.5 hours west of Brisbane. Yeah. And that's the Mazda Familia, also an all-wheel drive turbo. That's the one that I gave to Leaf. That's my short wheelbase Bedford van, which I'm going to do a big build on soon. Okay, which is that one. Does anyone want an FB Holden? Because I've got these and I want to sell them because I'm never going to do them. Right, so what I got, here you go. FB Holdens, 2 shells, 1, 2, extra doors. It's got a, G'day Brendan, looks like you just tried to join the parts page. Thanks mate, Leith, I'll accept that for you soon. Yeah, so FB Holdens, 186, 2-speed power glide, HR disc brake front end. I bought it for the disc brake front end and the 186 glide. But I've got that many other projects and stuff. If it sells, it sells. Yeah. He's in Australia. Hi, bud. Fat Boy Craig. G'day, buddy. How are you? Would I do any swaps? Not really. Swapping stuff doesn't pay my bills. But send me a message. Show me what you got. You never know. If it's something I've been looking for, maybe. But I generally don't get too involved in swapping stuff. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. To be honest, even selling stuff's a pain in the ass. People want photos, the endless photos. What happened to the good old days where you looked in the paper, you saw something, you wouldn't have to look at it. But yeah, do a big VL turbo. Yeah, man, I will. We will. How could I not do a VL turbo? What was I looking for? A ratchet. Now you can see why I get nothing done. I will do a VL turbo one day. I've got to find the right car. I do have a mate that actually has a VL turbo that he's been struggling to get going for a long time. Luke, how are you, buddy? We may get that one over here and just play with his VL, which I don't know if that'll be good enough for you. It just won't be one that if I go to a car show and take all the cars, you'll be able to see it. So yeah, what would you suggest as a first project car? Needs to be under 5K. All right. Give me a few more parameters, buddy. I know your budget. Are you a Ford or a Holden guy, or do you want an import? Are you V8? Are you more into drag racing or circuit racing? Do you want a daily it as well? You know, what colour do you like? How hot's your sister? You know what I mean? Like, give me a couple more parameters, mate, and we'll play the game, eh? I've seen Luke's VL. Yep, that's the one, Luke's one. Yep, his yellow one. He bought and sold it that many times. I'm into everything. You want to daily it as well. I don't know, under 5K. Where are you in the country? Are you in the city? Do you know what I hate? When I keep buying tools and the boys that work for me spread all my shit everywhere and I can never find anything. It drives me around the twist. I'm going to have to start locking my toolbox, but I don't want to be that guy. I'm not in the city. Do I have any combi vans? No, just the Bedford vans, mate. I had a comma van for a while, but no combis. I've got, oh, look at this thing. How's this? You're going to love this thing. See this buggy here, right? See the buggy? That's a Volkswagen, right? A guy come in the other day and he goes, oh, I remember that thing. My mate used to own it. I don't know how many years ago. It's been sitting under a house that I know of for like 5 years, right? And he reckons you can't keep the front wheels on the ground. It just monos, like constantly, right? And I've got a new guy, Justin, that just started at work. He's a good bloke, and he's got like a bit of a farm just outside of town. So I'm going to put wheelie bars on the back of here with like some big wheels. And me and the boys from work, we're going to go out and I'll video it and we'll see who can do the longest mono. We'll mono for distance, eh? Hey, Robbo, how are you, buddy? Okay. Now, are you going to spend 5K on a car to then work on the car, or you want something to get in and just drive for 5K? Like, I've got a Jag here that's $3.5 grand. You could have it for me. Green one, Series 3, got 20s and that on it. It's a brilliant car. Drives good on fuel. But are you into Jags? That's the thing. What sort of thing do you like? It's you know, it's very hard. How long's a piece of string for? There's no comments coming up anymore. I can't find a ratchet. I really want to bloody get that thing sorted today. Where'd all the comments go? Is that it there? Here we go. You should get a VX Club Sport. I sold one. I sold a VX SS to Carl, the guy that works for me, last week. Are all the cars you have for sale on Facebook? No, well, the stuff, the towing page that's what I do for a job. So I tow cars around, get paid to tow the cars. At the moment, what have we got ready? There's a Pajero there that's ready to go. There's a Toyota Echo that's ready for sale. There's a few project ones like that FB's for sale. There's a Jag out the front there for sale. Yeah, there's some stuff's for sale. Like it's, I'm in the midst of trying to put a car yard together. That Audi there, that'll be for sale soon. That turbo all-wheel drive Audi. Yeah, it just some stuff. Not everything is for sale because there's projects. I've got to hold on to a fair bit of stuff for you guys for content. You know what I mean? Like you're going to want to see stuff, and at times I haven't got money for parts, so I've got to move on to a different project. Would I do a Vortec? What was it? Christ, why won't those bloody messages come up? One day I'll work out how to use all this stuff and it'll make life a lot easier, eh? I really should get some work done, guys. Where's a ratchet? If any of you guys that work for me are watching this, put my tools back. Christ. Give me the shits. This is Letho's one. He's just put it back together. I gave him this a couple of months ago. But he needs a radiator. Put the tools back or lose your fingers. That's it, dude. Should put a Vortex supercharger on the SS. That SS that I drive, or the one that I'm driving at the moment, here we go. This is why I can't find my tools, because they've shoved them all in a bloody crate. The SS that I drive at the moment, right, the one that I've had for years, I won't be selling that one. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to drive it, and I'm going to enjoy it. The motor's done in it. It's got, from what I can tell, it's got a cam, it's got rockets, it's got a little bit of head work. It's got about a stage 2 kit in the box. I'm doing a 99 VS Ute. Wondering if you come across any V8 motor conversions. There was one for $900 on Facebook the other day, Motor, Auto and Loom, a 5 litre one. A mate asked me if it was worth buying. Am I a Cooper? Am I a Holden or a Ford guy? Mate, I don't care, honestly, dude. I'm happy with, you're going to laugh if I fall off this ladder, aren't you? I'm not either way inclined, to be honest. I'm quite happy to build and play with anything. You know, I'm not really worried. So long as it's cool and, you know, makes a bit of noise, I'm quite happy. Like, I like my Jags. No one else really does, but I like them. They're mad good. Might have to come up to Kingatow and Nanango one day and check out the Commodores. Yeah, man, for sure. Just make sure you message me before you come. I'm not at the yard a lot because you like Jags. You're a legend, dude. I'm not at the yard all the time because I'm out in the truck all the time, and I don't want you hassling the boys, but you are welcome to come up. So just make sure you throw me a message and say, mate, I want to come up and say hello. More than welcome, eh? And we're going to have that Fraser Island trip. It'll be a couple of months off by the time we build this four-wheel drive Tirana. But I don't know if you guys have got four-wheel drives, any of yous, or we might even put it out there that guys that don't have them, we can maybe put together a Facebook page so everyone gets to know everyone, and then we'll organise this big trip to Fraser Island. Partly it'll be good to meet you guys, but I think the Fraser Island thing will maybe open up people finding the videos, which means then I'll get more ad revenue, which means then I'll have more money, which means then I can spend more time doing these videos for you guys. And I'm hoping it'll open up a lot of it to overseas with the road trip to Fraser, to Harvey Bay, and then on the ferry across, and then I'm driving on the beach. There's my phone ringing again. It's Carl. He wants to come and pick up his Land Rover. I saw him with our Land Rover. It's out the front there. Yeah, but I don't know. Would you guys be keen to come to Fraser Island and go drive on the beach and all that sort of stuff? If I don't put a rope around that, that's just going to fall off, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys reckon? You want to come to Fraser Island? It'll be just the start of summer, so probably September, October, so it won't be too hot. Am I a Metallica fan? Yeah. Do you have many people wanting to buy your SS when you take it out? You're still taking your Brumby? Yeah, the Brumby will be going and registered. That'll be done soon because we're doing that now. I'm doing a video on it today and yesterday, and we'll have the Tirana. But yeah, if you have stickers, name on it or something, I would put one on my car. I actually had Aaron call, hi Leith, I'm looking for, that message come through. Leith may not reply to you today. He works 8 till 5 until 1 on a Saturday. And yeah, so he sort of, he does need some downtime. So if he doesn't reply to you after hours, it's because we do get extremely busy. And it can be very frustrating dealing with people for secondhand parts that think they know what they're talking about when they don't, and then they think we're a library, so they think they can come in and get a coil pack, test it, take it home, test it on their car, then come back and go, I didn't fix the problem, mate. Can I please have a crank angle sensor and I want to return this? And it's like, mate, you're kidding me, aren't you? You waste my time and then you expect me just to return stuff when you've take your car to a mechanic, get it bloody diagnosed properly, and don't waste my time. But anyway, end of rant on the parts side of things. But yeah, Letho will get back to you, mate, and he will do his best to help you. But yeah, just everyone needs some time off, and I'm sure you guys can understand that. I forgot what other question you just asked. Stickers. I bought a vinyl. There's another video. I don't get time to edit anything, guys, to be honest. I just bought a vinyl cutting machine because I'm about to paint the other truck and I'm going to do my own stickers there. I am going to have to do merch. That is one thing I'd like to do. So I'm going to do most of these cars that I'm building. I don't really have any intention on selling them. I'm hoping to put together, you know, Cletus McFarlane over in the US, that dude's a legend. Like, what he does is phenomenal. So that Cletus and cars that he does with the burnout competitions and in Ruby and the cars, you know, and he's got them. I'd like to put together something like Cletus and cars, but out here. I get along pretty well with the council. I was speaking to the mayor the other day, and that the airport out here I can get so we can do like burnouts and go to woe and you know, and put together some sort of big car show event with the dynos, and I'll be able to take all the cars that I've been building that you guys have watched get built, so you can actually come and see how much a heap of shits they really are. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to put together a long-term thing where you can come and, yeah, Mighty Car Mods too, man. Yeah, they've lost their way a little bit. I used to love their early stuff. They're still good though. God, they're good at what they do. They're good at their editing. Like, I really take my hat off to what those guys have achieved, Mighty Car Mods, mate. Christ, unbelievable. But yeah, so t-shirts will be a big one coming up. Collab with Mighty Car Mods. Mate, I don't think Mighty Car Mods making too much Mighty Car Mods. I don't know. I hope that they are making too much money now. I really do hope that they're making exceptional money because they really deserve it. They've been doing it for years, and it's a lot of work for them to do what they do. As for me doing something with Mighty Car Mods, obviously I'd like to, but to be honest, mate, I don't even think they'd know who I am. I've got a long way to go yet before they could even know that I even exist. But yeah, but those things will come in time, if you know what I mean. Roadkill would be one that I'd love to do it with. They're sort of more my speed, you know. But yeah. What was that about burnouts? What is my best burnout? Washing the dust. You reckon they're gay? No. It's no, I don't think they're gay, mate. Burnouts I'll do, but to be honest, mate, it takes enough work to build the stuff, let alone just destroy it all the time. I'm just going to put you guys here and hopefully not smash my phone while I try and tie this strut up so it doesn't fall off. I don't know, it takes a lot of work to do the YouTube thing. My wife has been awesome to hang out with what I do. Like, I honestly couldn't do it without her. She's yeah, but at the same time she's got her own thing to run. Yeah, is there an old Hilux on the top? No, it's a up there, it's an L200 ute, so it's earmarked. Oh shit, what did I press there? There. Oh, okay. It's an L200 ute. It's actually earmarked. You could just get a junk car for skids. I'll show you a car in a second that I'll build into some sort of skid car. Okay, we'll go out there in a minute. I'll just get this sorted out. I'm going to do the same sort of thing to that L200 as what I've done to my courier ute with the flares and that, but it's a petrol, so we'll have to supercharge or turbo it. So, but it's just it's another one in the lineup to do. It's I've been collecting cars for a long time to do a lot of this stuff, and but we will get there eventually. It'll I don't know, might even build a subscriber car at some stage, you know what I mean? Like, get one of you guys to turn up with your shit box and we'll see what we can do. I don't know, we'll do something. Surely we can do. How many views do you need before you get started paid on YouTube? I got monetized last week, so you need 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. So we got the 1,000 subscribers just before that car show, and the 4,000 hours we clicked over as well. In the scheme of YouTube, okay, you guys have smashed it for me. Normally they reckon it takes 2 years to get to the monetization side of things, but in saying that, I've been monetized now for a while, and I think I've earned $7 or something. Yeah, so yeah, could you possibly build something decent to give away? Yeah, for sure, 100%. There is actually, I'll go out and show you. Hang on, I'll just get this unbolted. There's mate, I'd like to do this YouTube full time, right? And if I can do YouTube full time, that means I've got my family that I've got to support. My granddaughter lives with me. She's with me a lot. You probably see young Mia a lot. Okay, I've got a lot of mouths to feed. Plus I've got the boys that work for me. Okay, I've got to make sure that their families eat. You know what I mean? So it's not just me I've got to provide for. So I've got to keep moving forward, okay, work out some sponsorship deals. I've got to work out some t-shirt stuff, okay, and then go from there, okay. But down the track, 100%, we'll do all sorts of stuff. Have subscribers coming in to build something. We'll do those trips, like road trips up to Fraser Island, and builds and give them away. Like, I'm quite happy to do that, you know, no problem at all. Wanting to build a drag Toyota Dyna. Why don't you build a drag Toyota Dyna? How did you know that I was about to walk out the front and show you a Toyota Dyna? This thing's mad. That might be a good giveaway. All right, so hang on a second. I'll just check what this is doing now. So I need 25 mil there. I'm just dropping this strut down to, okay, so that's giving me an extra 50 mil, which then, how much clearance is that giving me? That's sweet. That'll be good. Yeah, so I'll just show you here what I've done, right? So it's dodgy as. I've just put that strap there and onto the strut there, see? Because what I've got is where the big wheel clears on here, all right? I wanted to drop it down another 25 mil, but we've probably see in there, it's probably gone 50 mil, right? But it does clear completely to that at 50 mil. So if I have to make the lift kit 100 mil instead of 75, that'll be fine. But yeah, so that's me for that. That's all I wanted to do today, just to know what that was. I was supposed to video this, but it doesn't really matter, I suppose, now, because you guys have just watched this one. I really enjoy the content. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate that, mate. What's the rarest car you have ever picked up and come across in your yard? That Jag with the blower on it, right? You don't want to look at me, do you? Let's look at the cars. I'll just point that forward so you can... Where'd my drink go? I bought one Eddie before. We can look at the cars instead of looking at me, eh? That's probably a better idea. That Jag with the blower on it, that is actually one of... They built that for racing, so it's a short wheelbase V12 XJ6. So this Jag here, yeah, is one of 320 cars. That is an extremely... That's like a holy grail Jag. Or I've got a VG Mexicana hardtop. So Valiant, I'm not much of a Valiant guy. So see this Valiant here, I'll put an LS in this. I videoed it all, but it was in the early days of putting the LS in this at Christmas Day. I put it in actually, and there's one of 200 made. So this is an extremely rare sort of, as they, you know, they carry on holy grail car or whatever. That is it. That there to a Valiant guy. Like I've had Valiant guys come in, so I've been a Valiant guy my whole life. And the difference is this piece here on the roof, okay? The normal VGs come straight down, okay? And that has the swoop on it like a Dodge Dart. Okay, it's got mini tubs in it, that thing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Do any of you guys know anyone that would want to buy that? It's a 36 Dodge two-door sedan. 3.5 grand. Still got the flathead 6 in it. It's rusty, but it's doable. But it's a project there for someone. It's not something I'm interested in. I got a 1J twin turbo in that. Do any of you guys know what a Celica Supra is with the flares and that? Does it run? Does which one run, buddy? Oh, the Dodge. It's got a flathead 6 in it. It looks to be all there. I could get it running. I couldn't see why it wouldn't. The Dodge, say 3.5 grand. It's all there. There's a few extra spares. It's not rusty in around the windows or the gutters. It's mostly down in the bottoms and in the floors. There's no floors. I think they're timber anyway, but she's a cool old beast. But it's like, they call them a sloper, I think. The 1J's not for sale. It goes into a Celica Supra. It's another build coming up soon. Yeah, Celica Supras are cool. It's on the list. I have this list in my head. And yeah, of cars that I have to own. And it's one of those cars. Oh, that's my drink. I've got a freaking sore throat. It's driving me around the twist. Is that my security system? Sounds like it's starting to rain here too. This is Leith's cat. That's Wheel Nut. Round the twist, just about, eh? I've got a supercharged 22R. I've got a 22R in my bus. Do I know any info about the Valiant Regal? The Ranger that was standing next to it, it'll be for sale. Yeah, Proton Jumbuck, they're cool, eh? I put a motor in it recently, and it's so that was my daily, that Jag there. If someone wants to buy a good Jag. It's got deep dish 20s and that on it, leather. I'm looking for that Dyna. Where did it go? There's a Toyota Dyna here that I'd like to put a set of big wheels on, and there's another Saab there, whoever was asking about Saabs before. You see that one? I'm going to have to go, guys, because I think I've just used all my internet on my phone. I wasn't even intending on doing a live today, but at least I suppose I can put this up as a video and I don't have to edit forever, do I? Where is it? If those boys have stuck something on top of it, I'm gonna fucking flip me lid. Do you have any Nissan? Do you have a Nissan S chassis? No. Is it auto manual? Very hard to do. What's very hard to do? Auto or manual? Would you sell the Valiant Regal? If you're talking the 2-door, the hardtop, definitely not. The 4-door, yes, I'd sell. This Supra here, I'm going to put a cage in that in. I've got a 5-litre manual at home to put in that. No Leyland P76s, sorry, mate. I want to build sort of a drift car, but it could double as a burnout car if you guys desperately need to see burnouts. That's the wagon there that I was playing with this week to do the other conversion. Is swapping auto to manual transmission very hard? Depending on the car, mate. In a VN, yes, it is hard. In a VT, no, it's not. How cool are these little things with the chrome bars? I quite like them. They half look like a Mini, eh? Where is it? What's the price for the 4-door? I want to paint it and finish it. Really, here it is here. That 4-door Valiant. I've just put a motor in it and a gearbox. I've got a tail shaft for it now. It's in there. I want to try and get it running. They haven't put anything on top of it. See this thing here? It's a Toyota Dyna, right? Dual wheel wheels. I'm thinking like putting normal car tyres on it, getting rid of those, still running the duals. How many cars do I have in my yard? I got rid of 70 last week in that scrap run. There's probably another 300 or 400 here now. But yeah, this thing, how cool is it? Lowered. What do you reckon? Lower this beast. Leave the dual wheel wheels. Leave the tray how it is, but just put like big hoops here for the tyres. It's not too bad. I've had it running. It just doesn't run very well, but it's not rusted out in the floors or anything. Just a real good pressure wash, and yeah, I don't know. See how I go. I could do that as a viewer giveaway, like turn it into a bit of a rat rod, hot rod sort of situation. What do you reckon? Lower it, wheels. No one wants that though, do they, as a giveaway? You just want me to give me SS away. That's what you just want, isn't it? There you go. We can do a VL build. There's one there. What do you reckon? Another, there's a VS. Clear coated it. Yeah, that pretty much, man. Not painted or anything. Just, yeah, patina build it. And, yeah. Had the turbo VN going. Haven't sat down with Leith to work out what we need. All it is a few fittings and lines and stuff like that. This week's been do a PT Cruiser destruction video. If one comes in, mate, I'd be more than happy to do that for you. I haven't had a chance to sit down with Leith. It's been a bit of a stressful week this week, to be honest. There's a set of springs. I was looking for them the other day. Do I have a website? If you look up on Facebook and look for Kingatow, there's 2 sites. One's Kingatow, which is the towing parts, and the other one is one's Kingatow parts and one's Kingatow towing. The towing one you'll get me, so if you want something towed or moved somewhere, that's me. And the parts side of things, Leith runs the parts page. If you can't find them, just look up Kingatow on Google and message me, ring me. I'll send you some contact details. All right, sweet. I'll come back and grab them and check the numbers and see what they're out of. There's a guy asking for some springs the other day. They're in the back of a VN, so hopefully they're VN springs, eh? How much for a spare wheel cover off the RAV4? Mate, just look up that Kingatow parts page, message Leith. I think there's 2 of them here actually at the moment, the RAV4 stuff. I don't handle the parts. Like Leith handles all the parts. It's just too much for me to do everything. Okay, so he handles all that sort of stuff for me, and he's a godsend. I couldn't do it without him, to be honest. He's a legend. But yeah, sorry to not to be able to tell you how much it is and that, but I honestly don't get involved in it at all. Where you buy my VN from? The SS, it's just there. I bought it on eBay about 10 years ago. Bought it sight unseen. I bid it on it to 5 grand, right? And backed out then, and it went to about 8.5 or 10 grand or something. And then the guy that won the bid, okay, didn't have the money for it. So then the guy that was selling it contacted the next guy in line, and he said, I've just bought another car. He goes, all right. So then he messaged me. He said, mate, if you went to 5 grand, if you've got the money, you can have it. So yeah, I got it for 5 grand, and yeah, got sent up here. He was a good bloke. He was a concreter or something, had a tax bill they had to pay or something like that. Can't get one for under 20 grand now. You can. I sold one a while back. I get a lot of real estate ringing me to get rid of cars. and there was one, yeah, $5,000, but that was 10 years ago. No one wanted them back then. You know, like I'd bought a Atlas Grey one off Facebook for $2,500 from the Gold Coast. I bought it and it was sitting at my work. I was driving trucks for a Sizer and Kogel over in Millmerran, and it was sitting there when I bought this one. And I'd paid like $2,800 or $2,000 for it. But I ended up reselling that to another guy that worked there. It was good though. It had Series 2 seats and that in it. Yeah, look, VN, I don't have them because they're worth money. I have them because they're the car that I wanted, you know, like, this one, it's a VN, mate. Yeah. My dad sold his for $2,000 back in the day. Yeah, they were worthless. That's it. I got another one. Some crackheads moved out of a house just outside of town. I bought the car from the real estate for a couple of grand. This is only 12 months ago, but then the crackheads found out where it was and they started harassing me and harassing me and harassing me. I just put it on Facebook for sale and sold it to some people over in Warwick. I speak to them occasionally, nice people, they're doing well with it, but I just sold it on for what I paid for it, which was only a couple of grand. But they desperately wanted one, and as far as I could tell, Supercharged 202, I have a 179 HP block at home and a Strata 2 turbo set up to go into a HR wagon that I have. So I will be doing a Holden red motor build. I have this one here on the stand, this 202 here, there, to go into the blue van over there, but you will see that soon. Yeah, so they still are around reasonably cheap, but you've just got to be there with money. But anything you're going to buy that cheap is just a heap of shit, really. So I need some trans fluid for the SS. Do you own the old SS plates? Yes, I own the Victorian old SS plates, and I'll show you in the boot. I've got the Queensland ones as well that I haven't put on the car yet because it's not registered. I would love to come and have a look around, but I live in South Australia. I'm not going anywhere, buddy, so if you ever end up this way, just send me a message. You're more than welcome to have a look at my mess. Universal. It's got to be transfer fluid here somewhere. Yeah, I was just fortunate that the car that I was in love with was, yeah, the one that went up in value. Fenno, he'll probably watch this channel. He's actually sending me some wheels up from Victoria, from Geelong, where I come from, for a HR. It's his parents. Do I have any old Holdens? Yeah, mate, I've got heaps of them. Awesome. Over there, sick plate. Can you do build for cars in your yard? Can you do build from cars in your yard? Well, that formula that I'm building now, that's, there's my turbo kit there, and that's my 460 big block for the Fairlane. Yeah, well, that formula, I'm building that just out of, I'm just building that out of stuff in the yard. Like, I'm not going to send away and get that interior done. It's just, there'll be a video coming soon of me cleaning it up. I actually done a bit of, I've got to do a video today actually on doing, my battery's about to go flat, guys, on that electric power steering setup that's in the Jag. I'm going to film that this afternoon before I go home to, yeah, a guy asked about how that works. So I'll do a quick video on that today and maybe post that up. Yeah. Yeah, so most of the stuff I'm going to build is just from crap in my yard. To be honest, I don't have a lot of money. It's, who stole my lighter? No worries, man. I sort of was a bit bored, to be honest. I wanted to have a look at that, but there wasn't a lot more I could do today because I just need some transmission fluid. You think I could find someone here, couldn't you? Yeah. I like how the white VN's looking. Yeah, it's coming up good, man. Have you still got the HR? I sold that HR, the blue one, to a bloke in Melbourne. I do have probably another 10 HRs. The next one I do will either be a ute or a wagon. A wagon is what I actually want. But I've got a turbo kit there for that and a 179. And I'll get the old captain to build me a hot red motor for that one. Yeah. But my battery's about to go flat very soon. I can't work on my cars tomorrow. I'm going to, hey mate, do you think there would be a build sheet in the 99 BH Caprice? And if so, if there is a build sheet, it'll be underneath your passenger seat. Can you guys see transmission fluid? I bought transmission fluid the other day. Someone just turned up here. They did. They're going to think I'm a fucking nutter walking around talking to myself, aren't they? Yeah. All right, just hang on a second. G'day, buddy. How are you? Not too bad.
I was going to ask to have a look at the engine bay of the Jaguar, but she's too high.
Okay.
Sitting
Just
on top of the... Oh, okay.
just 3.5.
3.5, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just doing a live stream on YouTube. You're all right, buddy. All good. If you walk down through there, there's a red one just down the front there, mate. Just, yeah, have a look. If you see any transmission fluid, I need some.
Yeah, right.
No worries. Yeah. Thanks, mate. You got shoes on, haven't you? Yeah. Yeah, so just straight down there to your right, mate. She's just down the front. Give me a yell if you need me, okay? Sorry, guys. Where the fuck is it? The auto was just playing up a little bit. Yeah, oh, here it is. Fucking empty. I bet he put it in his car. Yeah, we'll poke along doing builds, guys, and see where it ends up. If I did put a t-shirt line together, is it something you reckon you'd buy t-shirts? What other stuff would you do if I put something together? I'm not trying to gouge money out of you. I'm just trying to keep things floating, you know? Yeah. Do you hate when you can't find something? Oh, mate, it drives me. I'm never here at the workshop. You'd buy one? Cool, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'd buy one. All right, sweet. Thanks, guys. Hoodies, yep, for sure. Awesome. All right, well, what I'm thinking with the t-shirt designs is like a silhouette of the cars. So actual picture, but silhouette. I'll show you a picture of my old work shirts from Leaf Automotive. And that was my Group A VN back then. But I'll show you a picture of that on one of the things. Yeah, I would buy anything to support you. Thanks, mate. Yeah. That's in the way along. Yeah. Stubby holders, yeah. All right, well, stickers, yeah, for sure. All right, well, all right. I just hate asking people to buy stuff. Like, I really do. It kills me inside to ask people for money. I'm sort of, I've had to do everything for myself for so long that it's hard to ask for help. But in a way, you guys are probably like me. You're constantly looking for something to watch on YouTube. Hats is one thing. Yeah, man, I go through that many hats myself, and I'm bald, so I've got to wear a hat. Yeah, I just hate asking for help. It's sort of, it's hard, but yeah. But I'm always looking for stuff to watch on YouTube myself, like all the time. Be an SS on a jumper would look good. Yeah, I agree, dude, for sure. Here's another one for you. My wife makes quilts for a living, and she does teaches quilting classes and stuff. So imagine this, right? You've got a quilt, like it's a large quilt, and you can take a photo, and she can print photos of your car, right, or my car, but your car on the quilt, and you give it to your kids. So it has 8 photos, you got photo here, and all infills and that with your car, like a custom-made quilt you can give to your kid, but sort of hand, when old ladies make these quilts, and they're real mad quality, and they hand them down from generation to generation, and it's that sort of quilt, high quality with a picture of your car to give to your kid. I'm going to build one. Mia loves Jags, my granddaughter, so we're going to build one with the Jag on it and that to give to Mia. So I'll show you guys. You might want to get some made by her as well. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a thought. I would love to come up and help with videos, mate. Could hold the camera for you. I need someone to do something with the camera because I'm freaking hopeless. What's that there? Power steering fluid. I don't think I'll put that in the auto. I should message Leith and ask him where the fuck my transmission fluid is. My uncle had a few old Jags. I saw one the other day, a Series 2. I went to a guy's place, and it was an old race one, and it had side pipes and numbers on the doors and everything. I would have loved to have bought that, but I think he wanted too much money. Can you do a live stream tomorrow? I've got to go out with my family tomorrow. It's hard to find good stuff on YouTube, and it's all American. Good to see an Aussie having a go. I saw a rat, mate. Clean up your stuff. Mate, if I was here all the time, this workshop would not be like this. This drives me around the twist. It makes me angry that I can't find tools and that there is shit everywhere. It drives me crazy. Absolutely bonkers. But I'm only one person, and I've got a lot going on. Just hang on a second. How'd you go, buddy? Did you see what you needed?
Yeah, keep going with
No,
it.
you're all right. What's up?
Oh, I'm after a power transistor, is it? Goes from your coils to little box on top of the...
Like an ignition module or something like that?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay. Your best bet, I know it's not today, bloke that works for me, Leith, okay? He's back here. We're not actually open now.
Yep.
8 till 5 weekdays and 8 till 1 on a Saturday. If you speak to Letho, he's a magician. He'll be able to help you out. So that's the yard number there.
Lovely.
So if you give him a call back after 8 o'clock Monday morning, tell him you had a chat to me and even call in and see him, he'll be able to tell you who it is. And, or even if it's not that issue, he'll be able to point you in the right direction.
Excellent.
Okay, we don't do mechanical work, but
Yes.
he will help you where he can, mate.
Excellent. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
too easy, dude. No worries. Yeah. Do you watch YouTube at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the other side of the card, Kingatow. Have a look on there, Kingatow crew, and yeah, YouTube videos, dude.
Fun.
No worries. Thanks, dude. See you, buddy. Bye. What was that one there? Good for your subscribers to support you and bring on the merchandise. I'll have a look into the merchant. I've been I lost my train of thought again. I still can't find any transmission fluid. I don't know. I'm lost. Anyway, guys, tomorrow I'm going out with my family. So I'll see how I go in the afternoon because I'd like to come and play cars a bit tomorrow, Arvo. I am going to have to go now. I'm sorry. I'll start to look into doing some T-shirts and stuff up for you guys. Skids in the SS. To be honest, mate, I only just got it on the road and I don't really want to wreck it at this stage. But I'll build something to do skids. It's not really who I am though. But Christ, where the fuck's my transmission fluid? I just bought 4 litres for when we got the Jag and that going. But anyway, right,